Hello, you all, and how are you? Today is Sunday, March the 30th, 2025, and again, I know it's been a little while since I've recorded a video. Again, had a lot going on. Part of the challenge, too, is we have been, as I'm sure at least some of you know, been dealing with some wildfires in this area. Of course, obviously, I'm okay. Most everyone up here is okay, but definitely keep the folks who have been a lot more impacted by the wildfires in your thoughts and your prayers. But in any case, wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. First of all, wanted to give you my report about how I'm doing just over 3 weeks post TMS treatment. I know the last time I made my video, I told you all that I was kind of going through some rough times, but the good news is the dust has settled a little bit more. I did mention in my last video that apparently as you get toward the end of TMS treatments, or even just after you wrap up TMS treatments, sometimes you can kind of have a little bit of a rebound of anxiety and other symptoms. And that definitely happened with me. Pretty much as my TMS treatments were coming to an end. But I would say at this point the dust has settled somewhat. I mean, I'm not saying that the anxiety has gone completely away. It's still there, but it's definitely at a more manageable level, which I'm definitely glad about. So I would say at this point, if I kind of had to evaluate how I'm doing now versus how I was doing just prior to starting TMS, definitely better. One of the things that I've come to realize, though, too, is that as much as I wish, much as I think a lot of people dealing with an anxiety disorder or any other mental health challenge, what a lot of people wish is that there was this kind of one thing that would kind of make it go away permanently. And one of the things that I think I am coming to understand, I've kind of said this before, but dealing with an anxiety disorder or really any other mental health challenge, there is no one magic here. There is no one silver bullet. It truly is a journey. But I think if we figure out how to navigate that journey, in the end, we do become stronger. Even if it is something that we ultimately still have to deal with, possibly even ongoing for the rest of our lives. It doesn't mean that we can't still ultimately find joy and find peace, and find a way to live our lives. And that kind of brings me to the next thing I want to talk about as well. And I've actually kind of talked about this before in my blog, letstalkwhat.com. But I've talked about the word disorder, and I've talked about how in the past, I kind of saw the word disorder as something that was wrong. But one of the things that I started asking myself, almost right away, after posting that and after talking about that in previous videos, is well, okay, if you're dealing with something mentally that's really impacting your life, if you're not supposed to use the word disorder, then how are you supposed to talk about it? And I've come to realize that, while the word disorder might not be my favorite word when it comes to talking about mental health challenges, that doesn't necessarily mean it is a bad word. At the end of the, like I said, at the end of the day, if you're dealing with something that's significantly impacting your life, how are you supposed to talk about it? How are you supposed to describe it? And I think the answer that I've come up with at this point is you should describe it in whatever terms and use whatever words you feel are necessary. Because the one thing the word disorder does do when it comes to describing a mental health challenge is it illustrates and kind of points out the fact that you are dealing with something significant that is impacting your life, and maybe presenting you with some extra challenges that it might not be presenting other people. So when it comes right down to it, no one, whether it's me or whether it's anyone else, has the right to tell you what words you should or shouldn't use when it comes to describing something that you're going through that's impacting your life. And so that was really the main thing that I want to talk about and say before wrapping up this video. But you know, when it comes down to it, you know, if you're dealing with something that's difficult, you know, such as an anxiety disorder, you know, like what I'm dealing with, you know, or anything else, if it's impacting your life and you need to talk about it, you should be able to talk about it without judgment. You know, however you need to, in order to, you know, convey and explain to people, you know, what it is you're going through. You know, that is your human right. That, you know, because, you know, for some of us, for a lot of us actually, you know, at one point or another, dealing with a mental health challenge, whether it's for a little bit or whether it's long term, you know, it's part of the human experience, and there is absolutely no shame in talking about it. So in any case, I'm going to wrap this up for now, but as I have continued to say, if you are dealing with anxiety or any other mental health challenge, please know that you are not alone. I hope you all have a good day and a good night, and take care.